the press conference, but there is no rush. প্রত্যেকে কোয়েশ্চেন করার সুযোগ পাবে এবং ও যেহেতু ক্যালকাটা স্পোর্টস জেন্স ক্লাবে ওর পছন্দ যে আমি ক্যালকাটা স্পোর্টস ক্লাবের সঙ্গে এত জড়িত, এখান থেকে খেলে বড় হয়েছে, তো আমার বক্তব্য রাখার জায়গা বেটার হচ্ছে কলকাতা স্পোর্টস জার্নালিস্ট ক্লাব, অন্য ভারতবর্ষের যে কোনো শহরে। তাই প্রত্যেকে সময় পাবে, এরকম নয় যে হুড়ুর করে প্রশ্ন করতে হবে, কারণ আমরা প্রত্যেকে আমার কলিগ, প্রত্যেকে আমার বন্ধু, এই জন্যই রিকোয়েস্ট যাতে প্রত্যেকে প্রশ্ন করতে পারে এবং প্রত্যেকের উত্তরও দেবে। So first, Baiju will say some few words. After that, raise your hands, and definitely you may have a lot of questions. So আমি বাইচুংকে এবার মাইক দিচ্ছি, ওর যা বক্তব্য রাখা রাখবো, তারপরে একটু হেল্প করো যে হাত তুলো, রেজ ইউর হ্যান্ডস, আমি এক এক করে বলবো, প্রত্যেকে সুযোগ পাবে, প্রত্যেকে। এরকম না যে একে দেওয়া হবে ওকে দেওয়া হবে, এরকম না, ওকে একটু হেল্প করো যাতে হ্যাপাজাটলি না হয়ে যায়, একটু ঠিকঠাক ভাবে হয়। ওকে, আই লাইক হ্যান্ড করছি।
थैंक यू दुलाल दा। और ये प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस इनफैक्ट অনেক লাইভ যাচ্ছে, তাই জন্য I will be speaking more on Hindi and English ताकि it goes all across, because there are a lot of media who's doing live and getting covered all across. Pratham namaskar, good evening. It's wonderful to be here again in Calcutta, especially in Calcutta Sports Journalists Club after many years. And I think last time when I came here in Calcutta Sports Journalists Club was to receive a felicitation by Calcutta Journalists Club. So that's been many years, and after that I'm coming here. And to see all of you coming here is very nice. So today's press conference हम 4-5 भाग में करने जा रहा हूँ. I will be speaking of Indian football जो अभी का situation है. I will speak little bit on, not little bit, थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही on AIFF management का अभी, and bit of, not bit, quite a bit of, because मैंने कभी press conference करके हमारा BVFS बाइचू भूटिया फुटबॉल स्कूल्स एंड एकेडमीज का बात नहीं किया हूँ, तो थोड़ा हमको लगता है कि अभी समय है सारा बंगाल, सारा इंडिया को एक जानकारी हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं देने के लिए। सो ये फेज वाइज में हम ये प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस को करेंगे। तो इनिशियली हम स्टार्ट करना चाहता हूँ AIFF नहीं, इंडियन फुटबॉल का प्लानिंग, स्ट्रेटेजी, रोड मैप और क्या सिचुएशन है। इनफैक्ट एवरीबडी इज अवेयर कि इंडियन फुटबॉल का अभी स्पेशली लास्ट कपल ऑफ इयर्स में द वे वी बीन स्लाइडिंग डाउनहिल इन टर्म्स ऑफ रैंकिंग एंड इन टर्म्स ऑफ परफॉर्मेंस इज वेरी अनफॉर्चुनेट। मैं सॉरी आई फॉरगॉट टू मेंशन, इसके आगे इनफैक्ट ये सिचुएशन इंडियन फुटबॉल लेके जिस स्थिति में था, लॉट ऑफ यू स्पेशली फ्रॉम कैलकाटा जर्नलिस्ट हैव बीन कॉलिंग, और रिएक्शंस आप लोग हर समय मांग रहा है कि क्या रिएक्शन, और इतना फोन्स आ रहा है, तो आई सेड क्यों ना एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस ही करें। और जब मैं प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस अनाउंस किया था तो आप लोग ने SMS के द्वारा थ्रू कॉलिंग, स्ट्रेट कॉलिंग मी एंड रिक्वेस्टिंग कि आफ्टर द प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस 101 इंटरव्यू के लिए। तो मैं यही रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहता हूँ, प्लीज, इट्स गोइंग टू बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट बिकॉज बहुत आप लोग देख रहा है कि कितने जर्नलिस्ट है, सो टू डू 101 विद एवरीबॉडी आप लोग के लिए बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट रहेगा। सो प्लीज कवर दिस वॉट एवर इट इज। इसके बाद आई वुड मेक श्योर, बिकॉज इधर आप लोग बहुत ज्यादा क्वेश्चन है मुझे मालूम है, तो आई वुड वांट टू गिव मोर टाइम ऑन Q&A। आप लोग जो इंडियन फुटबॉल या जो भी इश्यूज फुटबॉल लेके आप लोग को सही समय आई वांट टू गिव इट, ताकि आप लोग का जो व्यूज है, जो प्रश्न है, आप लोग पूछ सकता है। सो प्लीज कवर इट राइट नाउ। सो आफ्टर द प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस टू गिव 101 would be very difficult with so many people already demanding it. So as I said, this press conference is about 4 parts. So initial is Indian football का situation जो है, it's very unfortunate that अभी हम लोग रैंकिंग वाइज भी लेटेस्ट रैंकिंग में 133 किया है, एंड अभी सभी देख पा रहा है कि एशिया कप क्वालिफायर्स में भी we are really struggling to qualify. And I still believe we've just played 2 matches, and I still believe, I think with the time now in October next match against Singapore, we still have a good chance to qualify, and I have a trust and belief with the Indian players. I'm sure they can qualify. At the same time, we also should realize that Asia Cup team after 2015 has become 24 team. अभी 24 टीम एशिया कप के लिए खेलता है. When we qualified for the Asia Cup under my captainship, वो 2011 का समय में हम जब खेला और 2008-9 में क्वालिफिकेशन हुआ, those days only 16 teams को खेलने को मिलता था. So after 2015 it has become 24 teams. So I feel 24 के अंदर तो आना चाहिए. So I have full faith and trust. Let's hope that we will start performing against Singapore. But sadly, it has not happened the way we want. There are a lot of reasons apart from just on the field, off the field का भी. In fact, हमारा great president कल्याण चौबे ने तो बोला था कि 2026 में हम लोग टॉप 10 में आने वाला है. टॉप 10 का वो रखा था, and he had also come out with 2047 project. India Vision 2047, and within that 2026 में he said हम टॉप 10 एशिया में आएंगे. एंड अभी कल 2-3 दिन प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस के आगे बोल रहे हैं ये तो आप 10 साल आगे से प्रिपेयर करना था. इनफैक्ट जो प्लानिंग था एशिया कप एशिया में टॉप 10 में आना, ये काफी साल आगे से अंडर प्रफुल्ल पटेल जी देयर वाज अ कंप्लीट प्लान, एंड दैट वे बाय 2025 वी वर सपोज्ड टू बी इन 2025-26 we were supposed to be in, but last 3 years I think in terms of performance, in terms of management, I think we've really had a very bad disaster. It's not only with men's team. In 3 years time under Kalyan Chobe, I think even women's team has gone down in the ranking quite badly. So that's been very, very unfortunate. So how do you change this now? It is very important. We as a nation, we need to start getting results. India team को how do you get results in international football? Who gets those results? आपको results एक ही लोग दे सकता है, those are players. Players आपको results दे सकता है. तो हमको produce करना पड़ेगा great football players, good quality football players. जब तक हम players produce नहीं करेंगे, so we can't expect them to deliver and qualify for Asia Cup and the World Cup. How do you produce players? You need to have strong grassroots football. अभी हम लोग विजन 2047 कल्याण चौबे का खाली पेपर में grassroots विजन 24, खुद को भी I don't think he is also read विजन 2047 क्या है and grassroots क्या है. Now to improve the grassroots, players आज का समय में कहाँ से आ रहे? Where are they coming from? These players to play for national team all comes from state. डिस्ट्रिक्ट से आता है, स्टेट से आता है. So when you don't have players producing your grassroots strong in state level, where are you going to produce players? And today when you look at the federation का, I was just seeing that package and जो state associations को दे रहा है fund. When I fought the elections, I said very clearly that state association should get minimum 50 lakh. Or even more. Somehow, 3 years का time में, the federation has been able to give 24 lakhs to state associations. And I was reading the breakup, and आप लोग सबको मालूम है, वो breakup में 12 lakh is going for the office staff salary, finding the office space, and administrative work के लिए. Another 10 lakh is going for the tournament, 4 big tournament, which is senior national men's, women's और junior. 10 लाख वो खाली 4 टूर्नामेंट के लिए दिया है. बाकी रह गया आपका 2 लाख. 2 लाख में इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एंड ग्रासरूट डेवलपमेंट. Now look at the kind of money आप स्टेट को ग्रासरूट करने दे रहा है. It's very important that state associations को we need to support financially. Same time make a panel of experts to help them conduct tournaments, help them conduct grassroots football programs or grassroots football 2 लाख रुपए में फर्स्ट में आप कितना ग्रासरूट कर सकते हो, उसमें किटिंग भी खरीदना पड़ रहा है, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर भी, और ग्रासरूट कैसे कर सकता है। एंड ग्रासरूट भी जब भी कर रहा है, आई थिंक बिकॉज ऑफ स्टेट एसोसिएशंस को भी काफी डिफिकल्टी है, बिकॉज फंड्स नहीं है, वो लोग का स्टेट गवर्नमेंट से बहुत लिमिटेड फंड्स है, स्पॉन्सरशिप नहीं मिल रहा है स्टेट एसोसिएशन को। तो हाउ कैन फेडरेशन एक्सपेक्ट 2 लाख में वो ग्रासरूट प्रोग्राम करे। एंड लॉट ऑफ टाइम ग्रासरूट प्रोग्राम हम लोग का जो लिख रहा है, लॉट ऑफ स्टेट्स आर डूइंग इट, बट वी आर ऑल्सो डूइंग इट ओनली फॉर टिक मार्क करने के लिए, बॉक्स को टिक करने के लिए। Now, if you really want to develop and make India a strong footballing nation, जितने भी grassroots programs है, they need to be playing at least competitive matches once a week, जो यूरोप, साउथ अमेरिका में फॉलो करता है, and that is not possible with 2 lakh. So state associations have a huge problem because funds का नहीं है. So where do you come in? First thing is, I think the funds has to increase so much to state association and make sure that the funds are going straight for grassroots development. And you have an expert panel which is expertise bring in from foreign experts, academics who can get a great idea to make sure that every kid is training, but at the same time once a week within their own state, within their own district, we are creating a league so that every kid is playing a match throughout the tournament. हम लोग का ग्रासरूट अभी क्या हो रहा है, 10 दिन में ग्रासरूट खत्म हो रहा है। ग्रासरूट एआईएफएफ का ग्रासरूट कर लिया, एआईएफएफ ने रजिस्टर किया 10,000 बच्चा, 5,000 बच्चा, विद इन 2 वीक्स 3 वीक्स वो टूर्नामेंट खत्म, ग्रासरूट खत्म। नेक्स्ट 11 ईयर्स वो बच्चे लोग का मैचेस ही नहीं है। So how do you improve? How do you take out best of players in this kind of grassroots? आप 11 days, 12 days, 2 weeks का कर लिया। So the ideal is to make sure the kids are playing every week like how it's done it in Europe and South America. Now, when the states can't do it, जब states association fund के चलते नहीं कर पा रहा है, resource के चलते नहीं कर पा रहा है, तो federation and sports associations to come and work together with this. But इधर क्या हो रहा है, फेडरेशन कल्याण चौबे के अंदर they want all these private academies, private parties who are doing tournaments को बंद करने के लिए, या तो इतना ज्यादा पॉइंट्स लगा रहा है, इतना ज्यादा डॉक्यूमेंट्स मांग रहा है, इट्स मेकिंग इट वेरी वेरी डिफिकल्ट। आई थिंक मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग इज, इंडिया को जितने भी ज्यादा बच्चे अभी इंडिया में फुटबॉल खेले, उतना ज्यादा हम लोग टैलेंट देख सकता है। एंड दैट इज वेयर वी नीड टू इनकरेज, छोटा छोटा एकेडमीज भी हो, जहां में भी हो, जहां कोना में हो, विद इन द स्टेट डिस्ट्रिक्ट, दे शुड बी गिवन अपॉर्चुनिटीज टू टेक पार्ट इन द एकेडमी टूर्नामेंट, स्टेट का जो ऑर्गेनाइज कर रहा है, एंड मेक इट अ लॉन्ग टर्म प्रोसेस टूर्नामेंट, नॉट जस्ट शॉर्ट वन। एंड जब प्राइवेट पार्टीज लोग ऑर्गेनाइज कर रहे हैं लीग, बिकॉज स्टेट एसोसिएशन के पास, बहुत सारे स्टेट एसोसिएशन के पास, मेजोरिटी के पास जब फाइनेंस और मैन पावर है ही नहीं, I think they need to collaborate with them to work. But here what federation is doing is trying to cut everybody out and putting a lot of restrictions, lot of demands, lot of paperwork. पहले तो बच्चे लोग कम ही खेल रहे हैं इंडिया में, बिकॉज पॉपुलेशन अभी जहां भी जाता है एक ही बात होता है कि इंडिया का इतना पॉपुलेशन है, फुटबॉल में हम लोग क्यों नहीं खेल पा रहे हैं। बट मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज, उतना बच्चा पॉपुलेशन का रेशियो में उतना बच्चा लोग खेल रहा है कि नहीं फुटबॉल। एंड आवर मेन एम इज टू मेक श्योर दैट वी ब्रिंग इन मोर किड्स टू कम एंड प्ले, एंड वी नीड मोर अकेडमीज, मोर कॉम्पिटिशंस। इफ द स्टेट एंड द फेडरेशन ड्यू टू बजट दे कांट डू इट, let the private parties come and do it in association with the state. But उसमें भी our great president wants to cut that and not let them happen. अभी इस साल आप लोग ने देखा कितना academies ने accreditation भरा है। There is a fees for every छोटा academy जो बन रहा है स्टेट में, वो लोग को फीस देना पड़ रहा है, which is quite in big number, thousands में है। 1 star 2 star का दे रहा है। Even despite paying so much money and also starting an academy, they have not been able to play youth leagues. So I think which is a big setback for Indian football. First thing is, I think the most important part for everybody around, anybody involved with football, is to make sure let's bring in more kids to play. And this is the system where AIFF is really blocking. There are academies like BBFS, there are academies like Minerva, Sudeba, a lot of them private academies now. Abhi Chennai mein aaya hua hai, which is run by I think very successful Madras. I think they are the main backbone of bringing talent and giving it to India. Because a lot of the states आज especially आप नॉर्थ ईस्ट का ही देखा सबसे बच्चा एकेडमीज में नॉर्थ ईस्ट में आ रहा है. लॉट ऑफ नॉर्थ ईस्ट क्लब्स एंड एकेडमीज के पास सस्टेन करने के लिए फंड्स के लिए बच्चे लोग को रखने के लिए पैसा नहीं है. सो लॉट ऑफ द टैलेंटेड किड्स वहां से निकल के अपॉर्चुनिटीज और प्लेटफॉर्म्स के लिए दे आर कमिंग टू क्लब्स इन दिल्ली, मिनेर्वा में आ रहा है, कोई मद्रास, कोई BBFS में, so that they get good training and they get that platform and then results are there to see. Because आज का टाइम में इंडिया का जितने भी एज ग्रुप टूर्नामेंट्स है एंड सीनियर्स में है, all the kids, 90% of kids are come from all these private academies. Yes, we need to do much more than what we are doing, but that also requires a lot of support from corporate to state government to central government. So these are things which are lacking big time. First thing for India right now, हम लोग को we need to aim at qualifying for under 17, under 20 World Cup, Asia Cup. Asia Cup और वर्ल्ड कप मेरिट में खुद का क्वालिफाई करके नहीं खेलेंगे, हम लोग कभी एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर सकता है कि सीनियर टीम वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफाई करे. अंडर 17 नहीं खेल पा रहा है इंडिया, अंडर 20 एशिया कप में नहीं खेल पा रहा है. सो आवर फोकस हैज टू बी ऑन द ग्रास रूट एंड वी नीड टू ब्रिंग बेस्ट ऑफ coaches from across the world who's got expertise in academies to come and train our coaches and our players in grassroots, so that under 17 and under 20 Asia Cup or World Cup, that should be our priority. Once we start playing under 17, under 20 regularly on merit basis, we can think of playing World Cup or a World Cup in future on merit basis. Now, one of the most important thing I think the federation and the state association can do is also on the age fraud. I think that's been one of the major problem for Indian football, and that is something where federation can come in. Though grassroots, apart from grassroots, there are steps, and these girls being so good, because Haryana had a lot of girls from every state and within Haryana as well, academies के चलते they went because 20 के बाद next 20 did not get the chance. So other 20 went on to play for I think Daman and Divya कहाँ से स्टेट से जाके खेला सब जूनियर्स इंडिया गर्ल्स का, and they went on to play the finals with the Haryana वो लोग का स्टेट का लड़की लोग के साथ, and they went on to win the sub juniors India. See, I think these are the things which we should allow, because state associations will say नहीं हम लोग का ही opportunity देना है. That's up to state to decide. अगर आपके पास अंडर 16 गर्ल्स या बॉयज का प्लेयर्स नहीं, आप नहीं कर पा रहा है, कोई टैलेंटेड प्लेयर्स अंडर 16 का आके खेलना चाह रहा है, प्लीज अलाउ देम, बिकॉज एट द एंड इट्स अ बेनिफिट फॉर इंडियन फुटबॉल. So those girls went on to win the sub juniors and some of the girls are now playing for India. अगर उस समय रूल करता कि हमारा दूसरा स्टेट का लड़की लोग नहीं अलाउ है, look at these girls who have never played for India, वो टैलेंट कभी देखने को नहीं मिलता है. And this is what exactly right now under Kalyan Chobi is trying to stop this happening. Santosh Trophy ठीक है, it's okay. Santosh Trophy you should allow players registered in the state league and from the state to play, but not with the grassroots. Let them play. Let the kids come out and play. Let them have a dream to go on to play for state and India. Don't try and stop kids from participating. Restriction डाल के आप ये state से नहीं है तो आपको खेलने नहीं देगा. I think we need to look at bigger picture for Indian football, and that's where we'll have to look into it. So now I'm going to go into AIFF management. देखिए AIFF का मैनेजमेंट का तो लास्ट 3 इयर्स में जितना कम बात करें उतना ही अच्छा है, बट स्टिल हम उधर से बहुत सारा पॉइंट्स है, बट फ्यू पॉइंट्स हम रखना चाहता हूँ. फर्स्ट थिंग, I've been going to AIFF Executive Committee because I'm a member there. और मैंने काफी बार रखा है कि AIFF has to be transparent. Transparent in the sense people should know. And my point in the Executive Committee, I don't know if they have put it in their point or not, but I've always said that AGM and Executive Committee should be shown live on social media. because today Supreme Court, Parliament सब live कर रहा है. What is AFF to hide? AGM और Executive Committee तो live कर सकते हैं. I'm not saying on AFF में भी there are different departments है. वो लोग का नहीं करा के there are technical committees, league committee, ठीक है, those does not need to come in. But आपको क्या छिपाना है? You are working for Indian football. You are working on Indian taxpayers' money. What is there to hide? I've been insisting that AIFF should, in future, do a live social media AGM. What has been discussed in executive committee meeting, AGM should be live. Let people across India and the media know, so that बाद में they should not be crying about इसने लीक कर दिया, उसने लीक कर दिया. लीक करने का क्या है? There's nothing to hide. आप किसके लिए काम कर रहे हैं? Benefit of Indian football. So I think transparency has to come in. Now, last 3 years under Kalyan, everybody knows that there's been huge negative publicity for AIFF. Oh, I think you all know better than me as well. Corruption charges to leke, allegations leke, I think there's a lot of things which has happened and which has damaged the AIFF. AIFF का जो federation का ही reputation damage किया है, which is very unfortunate. And now if you look at AIFF ka, they have just put a interest for 2031 Asia Cup. Now I'm giving few of the examples AIFF का management under Kalyan Chaudhary. 2027 का bid AIFF ने किया था, which is going to happen in Saudi Arabia in 2 years time. अभी वो bid हम लोग रहता, अगर जीतता तो we would be playing in 2027. It would be hosted in India, which was the right time for us, because if we want to move ahead, we've done under 17. We've been playing Asia Cup regularly, so it was the right time for us to host 2027 Asia Cup. But Kalyan Chaudhary goes to Saudi, क्या deal करके आया, पूरा withdraw कर दिया. Now suddenly 2031 का bid कर रहा है after 4 years. What is the difference? अब 2027 का सबसे अच्छा मौका था, सबसे बेस्ट अपॉर्चुनिटी था. ओनली सऊदी एंड इंडिया का चांस था, बिकॉज कतार ने होस्ट किया लास्ट एशिया कप. वी हैड अ वेरी गुड चांस ऑफ विनिंग इट एंड होस्टिंग इट इन इंडिया, एंड ही इज बैक्ड आउट. एंड उसमें क्या डील किया अंडर टेबल, व्हिच आई हैव बीन सेइंग दैट इट हैज टू बी इन्वेस्टिगेटेड प्रॉपर्ली बाय अ न्यूट्रल, somebody neutral has to investigate this. What the deal? And he's come back with a deal saying that संतोष ट्रॉफी हम सऊदी में खिलाएगा. So he's taken संतोष ट्रॉफी of India to Saudi Arabia, 1 year करा के आया, and Saudi एसोसिएशन के साथ I don't know what agreement करके आया डेवलपमेंट का बाद, वो सिग्नेचर करने के बाद withdraws in any development that is happening with Saudi. I don't know what is going. So there are a lot of these dodgy deals which has come under Kalyan. Now 2031, the interest अभी जो, there are 7 countries which put interest to host Asia Cup. Why is he now all of a sudden coming in? Which is going to be tougher, because आपका Uzbekistan is just qualified for World Cup. Central Asia has not hosted Asia Cup for many years. There are Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, and I think Kazakhstan and Turkmenistan, they are coming together to host it. There are other countries who are bidding it, are interested, which is going to be very difficult. So when you have the opportunity, this kind of deals he's been doing. I'll give you a few examples as well. Now, look at AIFF. First time in history of AIFF, आज तक, till today, nobody knows who is the winner of I-League. किसी को मालूम नहीं. It is shocking. It just shows how bad the management is. They should have stopped the league, I-League, when the controversy happened. They should have had 3-4 matches remaining. Decide whatever, whoever gets the point, deducts the point. उस समय decision करना था, and then tell them this is the decision. You've got another 4 matches to play. Then, if you had played, anybody winning or losing would have been happy. But continue करने दिया. Every club is been unfairly treated because every club is right in their own way. Now, after declaring one club champion, there's a court CS saying other club is champion. Trophy दे दिया, फिर बोल रहा है वापस करो. It's become like a joke. Everybody is laughing about it, and it's so upsetting, and it's in a very difficult. Anybody following Indian football you will find that AIFF is just a circus right now. And when obviously if you put jokers in those positions, it's bound to be a circus. So it has become circus right now. Look at even he's offered 42 lakh for a Hong Kong match win. That itself shows how bad the management is. अगर आपको prize money offer करना है, you should do it before the tournament or even in between the tournament and say, if you qualify for the Asia Cup, I will give you 42 lakh or a 1 crore or a 10 crore if you qualify. But you don't do that for only one match. अगर वो हांगकांग का मैच जीता 42 लाख मिलता तो नेक्स्ट सिंगापुर का मैच में क्या करता वो? Again he'll say 42 lakh. Again another four matches he'll say 42 lakh. And then he's saying पैसा ही नहीं है, ग्रासरूट का नहीं कर पा रहा है programs because there's no money. There are a lot of clubs, a lot of staff in AIFF in media where पैसा नहीं मिल पा रहा है. Even the national team, there is a report in media. Cricketers, they have no contract. They only get daily allowance to play for India, which is 2,500 and 3,000 rupees. Even that, there is a complaint from the players in social media that they have not been paid for last 2-3 years. And here you have a president through credit card buying his shoes and take flight in his name, traveling to Bangalore every now and then. And there's report of buying some SUVs. And then you have money to pay 42 lakh for one single match. And you don't have money to pay the players for daily allowance, which is for the last 1-2 years. This is the kind how federation is being run right now. He's come up with great idea of strikers को लेके. I saw one of his statement कि हम top 10 striker लेके आएंगे इंडिया में और अंडर 23 का 4-5 प्लेयर लेके उसको ट्रेनिंग कराएगा 10-15 दिन और बनेगा. आई डोंट नो ये आइडिया उसको कहां से आया. ये आइडिया कॉन्सेप्ट अगर सच होता तो आप सोच लो रोनाल्डो का बेटा नेक्स्ट 10 इयर्स में वर्ल्ड का टॉप स्ट्राइकर बनेगा. किसी का चांस है ही नहीं. रोनाल्डो से टॉप स्ट्राइकर तो है ही नहीं, तो उसका बेटा अभी खेल रहा है. रोनाल्डो का ट्रेनिंग मिलेगा तो दूसरा का तो चांस है ही नहीं इसका कॉन्सेप्ट में. इनफैक्ट इसका आगे भी कल्याण ने एक बहुत बड़ा कॉन्सेप्ट लेके आया था. एक्सको मीटिंग में भी और मीडिया में भी हम लोग ने अप्रूव भी किया कि गोलकीपर का एकेडमी बनाएगा, ओलिवर खान लेके आएगा. ऐसे चलो वी पास दैट, हम लोग ने पास किया है. लेकिन उसके बाद आई डोंट नो वेयर दैट एकेडमी इज गॉन. ओलिवर खान को कहाँ लाया कि नहीं. So all these जुमलेबाज, all these promises, इसका that obviously मेरे से भी ज्यादा I think you all are aware of Kalyan's खेलते समय भी after playing also I think you know him better than me. So I don't have much to say on that. So there are a lot of points but I will not go. Now if you come back to even his own personal हमारा great leader president का, you know, we all know, obviously we are from the same generation. हम साथ में एक ही generation का player है. और मुझे as a captain मैं 1999 से captainship किया हूँ. I played India for 16 years captain, 12 years, and I played 20 years as a professional. Under my captainship जब मैं 99 से खेला और 2011 में retire किया, I don't know single instinct कल्याण ने इंडिया के लिए खेला है. So to go and lie to the media and to go and lie to the government कि मैं national player हूँ, I don't know where that he's got from. Maybe under sub junior खेला होगा और maybe 1-2 tour में कहाँ third goalkeeper, fourth goalkeeper. But as far as I know, I played throughout and I played every matches, every tournament. Under my captainship, I've never seen Kalyan play for India. So where he's got that he's played for India, I think it's a completely lie if he said that to the government and all. Now, even we know how the situation is, the federation का अभी and even Kalyan का personal life तो I don't want to go into it because आप लोग को मालूम ही है. Even playing days में I think more than playing, we all know that कितना he was more into politics than playing. आज का trend में इतना खराब situation हुआ because when I got election with Kalyan, I knew it because he's not the right guy, and I told the media, I told the world. Abhi after 3 years, 2 years, 2.5 years, 3 years, people have realized what Baichung Bhutia has said is so right. Today, if you look at social media trending, and anytime if you see AIFF ka hi social media handling, 99% is hashtag kick Kalyan Chobe out. And people have realized that, and people who supported him to be president are also regretting. That is the kind of damage he's done to AIFF, plus he's also doing it to his own political parties. So I request that I think if tomorrow, if we have to bring in a new president, whether it's through government's support or corporate support, let's bring in somebody who would know the game, who would work for the game, and would sincerely, through his heart, try and develop Indian football from grassroots to the senior level without really looking at the kind of opportunities and a dodgy deal. So we need to bring in somebody sincere who can do that job. Now, even today we are fighting a case, Supreme Court mein case hai, and I am one of the person who is fighting. My only say and other senior lawyers in Supreme Court, we are fighting for players to get voting rights. Player ka representative hona chahiye. And we are fighting it in Supreme Court. We are asking for players voting rights along with state ka jo hai. And we fought, and the case is still on. I think judgment is going to come soon. Surprisingly, being a player himself, Kalyan is against players getting voting right. Surprisingly. He doesn't want players voting right. He doesn't want players representing the AGM or Exco, which is shocking for somebody who's been a player, and today he's been there in that position because being a player, and he's against that. Even हम लोग जब फुटबॉल प्लेयर्स एसोसिएशन ऑफ इंडिया फुटबॉल प्लेयर्स का वेलफेयर के लिए हम लोग ने स्टार्ट किया था, हमारे साथ नबी और मेहताब भी है, वो लोग सपोर्ट किया, फर्स्ट मेंबर्स हुए वो लोग. कल्याण was the only guy, and mostly he was one of the guy who was colluding with the clubs to make sure that players association कभी ना बने, सफलता ना हुए. That is the kind of mentality he had, and every player know about it. And I've been saying it from the time I fought election, he is not the right guy. And thank God, I think all these people who supported him and the fans across India today realize he is definitely somebody who is not at all fit for the president. So I hope in future, I think we don't make that mistake. Anybody, whether it's politician, bureaucrat, players, let's bring in somebody who can take football forward sincerely, and that is my request to the government, to all the corporates and everybody. So finally, I would want to talk about BBFS, Baichung Bhutia Football Academy, but I usually don't go a press con on BBFS and don't speak much with the press regarding BBFS. But I think it's important now, the time has come that it has to be told. BBFS Baichung Bhutia Football Schools Academy हम लोग 10-12 साल आगे स्टार्ट किया था. एंड जब मैं स्टार्ट किया था, ये हमने कार्लोस कोरेज फुटबॉल एकेडमी पोर्चुगल का, जो कार्लोस कोरेज पोर्चुगल नेशनल टीम का कोच था, रियल मैड्रिड का कोच था, मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड का कोच था, और मैं पोर्चुगल जाके उनका एकेडमी देखा और उनका एकेडमी के साथ, उनके साथ बात करके, उनका टीम के साथ बात करके आई डिसाइडेड दैट हम लोग एक एकेडमी इंडिया में बनाना चाहता हूं, ताकि we also have a great youth development like Portugal. As Portugal is one of the best youth development country in the world. Look at the players they produce year after year. So that is where I thought we'll start something similar to what Carlos Queiroz did it. And I started Baichung Bhutia Football Schools and Academy with two friends who are both IIT and IIM pass out. And one of them, IIT pass out, both of them left multinational company, came and started BBFS. One of them is still a CEO and director and running the academy. Now when we started with Carlos Queiroz, we brought in two coaches from Portugal. जब start किया था and bringing two coaches and starting an academy, within 1-2 years, we felt that it was a huge cost. और मेरा football academy के लिए not a single rupee was given from any state government, central government, या corporate. It was started on our own hard work, on money. That is how I started. And when we started with Carlos Queiroz, within 2-3 years we realized that the expenditure जो आ रहा है ग्राउंड का, कोचेस का फी और कोचेस और जो ग्राउंड हायर करना था, it was going very very high. So we decided we have to get into sustainable model ताकि sustain कर सके, ये long term जा सके. And that is where we started on the after school program, where we have a 70% till today. We've got 70% kids that pays the fees, and the 30% of the kids that comes into BVFS academies are 100% scholarship. Because in order to get 30% of this great talent from across India to succeed, we need to pay coaches, we need to have grounds, we need to take care of just not their football but also education. So that is where we've started this model. And today BVFS main aim is to make sure that we produce players for India that goes on to play for India. But at the same time, our model is also to make and bring a lot of kids to the ground to come and play. So a lot of kids, we are not saying that you have to go and be professional, you have to be and go and play for India. आपको जाके health wise, fitness wise, football के साथ प्यार हो जाए. Once you finish your education, you can go and become corporates and invest into football. So one of the model was to bring more kids into it, and most important was to make sure that we produce players for India. Today, where does this fees go into it? We've got 220 coaches employed with BVFS. आज का दिन में. We've got 70 centers across India. We are the biggest grassroots football program in India. Today, not even the federation, not even the biggest of clubs, ISL or corporates, have got more than 6,000 kids training every day throughout the year. Nobody in India has got that. So a lot of our fees, what it comes in, goes for, because nobody gives me ground free of cost. No coaches are working on free of cost. 220 coaches made, 90% of our coaches are all qualified with license. And on that 90% of those coaches, we've supported to become qualified and train them to get licenses to become where they are. We've already got 10 A license coaches, we've got number of B license, C license coaches. So in terms of employment as well, we generate use, because these coaches are all state level, college level, job nahi hai, so they are now completely working as football, because football passion hai wo log ke paas. So that's where we've employed a lot of these coaches. And ground fees, all the grounds are not free. All the grounds are privately owned by schools or some clubs. We pay fees for them. Despite that, we've got today almost 100 kids in 100% scholarship. And out of that, 30 kids till today have gone on to play for India or have been called for India in different age group and senior India. 30 of them. In fact, Kalyan was talking about AIFF FIFA Academy. हम लोग काफी अच्छा कर रहा है, हमारा बच्चे लोग कुछ, वो FIFA Academy में BVFS से 4 बच्चा है. We've given 4 kids there. और वो बात कर रहा था विमेंस लीग हमारा एकेडमी का, लड़की लोग अभी क्वालिफाई हो गया IWL में. उसमें से विनर हमारा क्लब था गढ़वाल FC, जो हम लोग के साथ टाई था. रनर्स अप हुआ है एकेडमी. एंड गढ़वाल जो टाई क्लब हमारे दिल्ली में है, 99% of their players are from our academy, girls academy. We are the only academy in India today who's got a residential girls academy, which are 100% scholarship. These girls are all 100%, and some of the girls have gone on to play for India in different age group, and some are playing for India senior team. So when he's talking about women's ka or local academy, we are already doing much before than what he's been thinking. So I just want to inform this too. I think everyone, plus as well as to Kalyan as well, because खुद तो लाइफ में कभी खेलते समय खेलने के बाद भी फुटबॉल के साथ जोड़ के एकेडमी अपन खुद तो किया नहीं है. सीधा खेलते समय भी पॉलिटिक्स, खेलने के बाद भी पॉलिटिक्स. अगर सकता है तो आके एक टीम एकेडमी करो 22-20 जन का, और इंडिया में एक जन को खिलाओ, then I will salute him. So when he's got no clue about football structure, football development, grassroots, दूसरा को I think lecture देने में I think keep his mouth shut. So finally, I just want to inform that we've got last 2-3 years में we've been supported by some of wonderful corporates sponsoring our kids. बच्चे लोग को sponsor करके we are getting some kind of support in last 2-3 years, and we've already shown the result in last 2-3 years. A lot of our kids have now been called for under 20 and under 17 camp. I would personally request a lot of corporates and PSUs to come and please support, because today we've got only 100 scholarship kids in BVFS. We want, if corporates and PSUs can come in, if we can have 5,000 kids in scholarship, we don't need to charge any parents. We have support from government, state government, central government, and the corporate. If we have 5,000 kids training with us on scholarship, I can assure you that we will definitely play World Cup in few years' time. But we need that kind of numbers to come and get that support. For us also to take more than 100, 150, it becomes very, very difficult. It's unsustainable. वो लोग का हम लोग खाली football नहीं, we also take care of their education. Today we've got 5 residential football academies. और बहुत लोग pass out हुआ है. They have not gone on to play for any clubs in India. But when they have passed out from class 12, most of them have got first division marks in CBSE and passed out. So they are also getting education properly when they pass out. So if they have not made it. And finally, now we've been only all the setups and tie-ups BVFS ka we've been doing with private schools, private companies. But now, personally, through my own hard-earned money, I've just been able to buy good portion of land in North Bengal, Bagdogra area. Now we are setting up, because till now हम लोग दूसरे schools के साथ collaborate करके वो लोग का facilities use कर रहा है. But we are also getting into now having our own infrastructure. And I have personally, through loans or through some help from friends and family, been able to buy a chunk of land in Bagdogra. We are setting up a first sports school in India. That's going to be on Baichungutia Sports School. And where we would want to change the mindset of Indian kids and parents now. अभी तक जितने भी बच्चे लोग schools में जाता है पढ़ाई के लिए जाता है academics के लिए. Now we want also kids to come in for sports. Yes, पढ़ाई भी होगा, but that will be looked at secondary. If until and unless we don't change this mindset in India, that our kids, we want to push them, support them to be complete professional in different sports, only focus on academics, then I don't think we will reach anywhere near to world standard in terms of football, or our medal tally in Olympics are going to go from 10 to 20. I think our education system also will have to support kids to give more opportunities, more time to play sports. Khali after school 1 hour khel ke, we're not going to win Olympic medals. We need much more than that. So this is a support, I think, and also change in maybe education system policy to make sure that we have more kids getting more time to play sports, and if they are good, talented, and I think that time frame should be adjusted through their academics as well. And I request the state government, the government of India to really look into this, because we are trying to bid for Olympics, and if we want to do well, I think we need to make sure we need more kids playing sports, more kids on the ground, and this is the only way more number of kids coming and playing we will be able to generate. So I hope that we'll have 20, I don't know, Olympics 20 Cup ka 36 ka, I think that's what we were aiming. When we put the bid and if we win it, I hope we win it, so that our sports policies change and we want more kids coming and playing. So thank you, and I'm open to all questions and answers, please.
আচ্ছা, এটা বলছি যে কোনো ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজে কোশ্চেন করতে পারেন, কারণ বাইচুং যারা নতুন তারা যেন বাংলা বলি, বাট ও আনসার যেটাতেই দিই আপনার প্রত্যেকে হাত তুলুন, আমি ডেফিনেটলি সবাইকে দেওয়া হবে, তো তাড়াহুড়ো নয়, ডেফিনেটলি সবাই। তো বিমানদা হাত তুলেছে, বিমান সরকার।
Baju, thank you for this lowdown. You said that let's bring somebody sincere to do the job of the president. would you be interested in doing it, given that you lost an election 33-1, would you be interested in doing it again?
See, if there is an interference from the government and other various things, then I don't think I would want to get into, getting into fighting an election for a president. But yes, if everybody feels that I can do a job, I'm okay with it. But if there is somebody else who's going to sincerely do good for Indian football, I'm more than happy to support. So it does not need to be, I need to be president. I'm anyway contributing for Indian football after my retirement as well. You've seen the kind of grassroots football, including my own club, United Sikkim. I forgot to mention, today United, apart from BBFS giving 30-40 players to Indian team, today United Sikkim is given the national team captain Sandesh Jhingar. He was with United Sikkim from the age of 17. He stayed with us for 5 years. And he had just come back with his knee injury. We gave him that, he stayed with us and gone on to play for India. So that's the kind of thing I've been contributing. But yes, if somebody is there who's going to do sincerely, I'm there to support. But if people feel that I can do it, I'm open to it, but I'm not going to fight election.
Not going to fight election.
No, if there's a lot of interference and there's no response.
Sushmita from
আস্তে প্রশ্ন করছি আমি দিকে না এটা প্রপার্টি
what we have seen that from 2022 to 2023, that time India team's performance was not, I am not saying the super, but gradually gearing up that time. But suddenly we have seen that tussle between or ego clash between the president and the head coach, and from the Merdeka Cup, India team's performance was falling down. Do you think that that affects India team's performance and suddenly reviewing India's team are also a cause of India's performance?
Definitely yes. I think there has been a huge tussle between Igor and the president, and I think under Igor we won tournaments here in India, beating Kuwait, and we know how our president went and jumped and hugged and showed all across with the running across. But then suddenly after that, I don't know what happened. So the tussle between the coach and the president obviously was very unfortunate, because the way I think as a president to manage a coach, he had no experience. And let's see in record what Igor Stamets has said. He's made it on record through press media. He said Kalyan Chobe is only interested for his political gain. And it's not my words, it's Igor Stamets. So today is the first time where we have a president of Football Federation, a history of, I think, any federation in India, using political mileage just not on the field but also off the field during election, is offering some opposition leader to support him so that he will give you post in AIFF president, which is downgraded so much of the president and the federation, and it is shameful for him. But at the same time, I think he's also letting his party down, and he's not helping the party as well. When you're using a post of president in a federation, football federation, and you are using your political gain to offer somebody in opposition that AIFF में ये post देगा आपको, आप मुझे support करो. This has never happened, and this is where I think his political party also should take note of him and make sure that it is definitely damaging the party as well, and is not helping football in the party, and is definitely affecting.
বাইজু আমি পার্থ এই সময় বাইজু দুটো প্রশ্ন, একটা হচ্ছে যে তুমি অনেক কথা বললে, আমরা শুনলাম ভালো ভারতীয় ফুটবল নিয়ে বিশ্লেষণ। তুমি কি ভোটে, মানে যদি ভোট হয় সংবিধানের নতুন নিয়মে থাকে, তাহলে কি তুমি ভোটে প্রেসিডেন্ট পদে দাঁড়াবে? এক। দুই হচ্ছে যে যে সমস্যাটা ভারতীয় ফুটবলে এই মুহূর্তে দেখা দিয়েছে, আইএসএলটা নিয়ে নানা সমস্যা হচ্ছে, বলা হচ্ছে যে নতুন চুক্তি করতে পারবে না যতক্ষণ না নতুন কমিটি আসছে। বলা হচ্ছে ফেডারেশনের তরফে দাবি তোলা হয়েছে যে তুমি নাকি 7ই এপ্রিল মিটিংয়ে তুমি নাকি বলেছিলে যে এইটা নাকি তোমার প্রস্তাব ছিল যে নতুন কমিটি এলে তবে এই চুক্তিটা যেন, এটা কি হয়েছিল? যে তুমি কি এই প্রস্তাবটা দিয়েছিলে?
So First question I've already answered. Second question near ISL. I'll speak in Hindi and English so that मुझे सुनने में आया, कई मीडिया लोग भी बोला कि कल का रिपोर्ट में आया था कि बाइचुंग ने ये डील रुका दिया. मुझे खुद को मालूम नहीं कि मैं इतना पावरफुल हूँ कि आईएसएल का डील रुकाने. अभी मैं डिक्लेयर करता हूँ आप लोग के सामने, ये डील खुला होना चाहिए, कल ही साइन कर लो. तो मेरे पास इतना पावर है कि नहीं. So jokes aside, I think, see, these are things which Federation has been dealing with ISL and FSDL. Only in that meeting there was a discussion that happened, and I asked Federation, they put a proposal from what FSDL had given it. I said that is FSDL deal, which obviously they would look into their interest. If I have to make a deal, मैं मेरा interest देख के deal बनाऊंगा. I asked Federation, you all are dealing, you already मैं 2-3 बार मिला है, बोल चुका है आप लोग ने क्या प्रपोज किया, आपका क्या डील है FSDL के ऊपर. वो लोग कुछ नहीं था, कोई डील ही नहीं था. वो लोग सिर्फ जा रहा था FSDL के पास, चाय पिज्जा खा के आ रहा था और FSDL का डील सुन के आ रहा था. तुम्हारा प्रपोजल क्या है FSDL के ऊपर? है ही नहीं. आपने कभी इंडियन फुटबॉल का जो एसेट्स का वैल्यूएशन किया है? कुछ नहीं किया है. दूसरा जो डील्स हुआ अक्रॉस इंडिया इन डिफरेंट स्पोर्ट्स, कुछ डील हुआ है, दे हैव नॉट डन एनीथिंग. सो बेसिकली वो लोग जा रहा था, पिज्जा खा रहा था, FSDL का सुन रहा था, ये हमारा डील है, और वापस आ रहा था. There was nothing from our side to give it. So which is very, very unfortunate. And somehow I think now obviously the court has said that the deal has to come after the judgment and the constitution and the new bodies been made. So I hope all the parties coming together have a proper sit down and look at interest of everything else, but most importantly FSDL to clubs, ISL clubs to the federation and I-League. The main agenda, one agenda should be Indian football and the national team doing well. How can we take this forward? What are the long-term and short-term plans? This has to be discussed properly and take it forward, whatever the deal is been signed.
সেটা হচ্ছে যে কল্যাণ চৌবের কোট আনকোট বলছি যে সে বলেছে যে বাইচুং ভুটিয়া অ্যাডভাইজারি বোর্ডে রয়েছে, 1 লাখ টাকার উপরে স্যালারি পায়, এতগুলো একাডেমি আছে, কোনোটা কনসালটেন্ট, কোনোটা হেড হয়ে মাথায় বসে রয়েছে, এবং শুধু তাই নয়, বলেছে যে বাইচুং ভুটিয়া ফুটবলের জন্য কি করছে, যে এতগুলো কনসালটেন্ট, এতগুলো মাথায় বসে রয়েছে, এবং ফেডারেশনের যে অ্যাডভাইজার কমিটি থেকে 1 লাখ টাকা করে নেয়, তুমিও শুনেছো নিশ্চয়ই.
So this is where again I say ignorance Kalyan Chaube ka. First of all, 1 lakh रुपया नहीं था, 2 लाख रुपया था monthly.
Above 1 lakh.
So it was 2 lakhs. Mr. Patel had given me the offer to advise. I said I'm not going to advise free of cost, because I have my own works to do. And that time, if you remember, AIFF and India was hosting Under-17 World Cup. And this happened, I think, in 2015, the offer was coming. And I was also the technical committee chairman there. I was just leaving it out. So when I was a technical committee chairman, Indian football ranking was 175. Then after 1-2 years, the contract of previous coach got over. We as a chairman, we committee decided to bring in Stephen Constantine. After that, there was planning strategy with federation. From 175 we broke into top 100, and that's the time my 3 years term came to an end, and Mr. Patel said we are hosting Under-17 World Cup and you'll have to be part of it. I said I can't do it. Technical committee chairman actually at least you should be paid. I feel IM Design should be paid if you are giving some time and knowledge. He's not getting paid. I think in future technical committee chairman should be paid. But as an advisor, Under-17 World Cup was very, very important for us. And if you look at the result of Under-17 World Cup, I think FIFA has acknowledged that it was the best Under-17 World Cup ever organized by any country. And that is what the entire team put it. And when I left as a technical advisor, we were in top 100 at that time. So the contribution and knowledge what I got brought in, obviously through my academies, BVFS, with football, right now, I think everybody can see that. Today, in fact, Baichung Bhatia Football Schools and Academy is the only academy and football business, business model which we are the only one who are not making loss in India. Look at today, FSDL to ISL to clubs to everybody, academy clubs, सब लोग बोलता है पैसा चला गया loss में. But I can proudly say that BBFS is the only model today, despite producing players for India and ISL and I League and giving a lot of players to a lot of clubs, smaller and bigger clubs. We are the only model that is sustained and we are not in loss. And when I signed for as an advisor, I think I've left it where we're ranked 171. We won a lot of tournaments. We also did very well with Under 17 World Cup in terms of performance, in terms of organization. And I think that is where Kalyan will have to realize, rather than I'm in Exco committee, if he had brains, he should be actually taking advice and saying, इसको आगे कैसे लेके जाना है. But चुप के वो लोग मीटिंग के आगे, एक्सको के मीटिंग के आगे, दे ऑल 4-5 आदमी गैंग होके वो लोग डिसाइड कर लेता है एंड एक्सको में आके एक वो करता है, दे ऑल एग्री टू सर्टेन पॉइंट्स. I get shocked when, especially when they are restricting academies to not allow kids from other state to play. How can you do that? आपको जितना academies हो, छोटा बड़ा हो, खेलने दो ना, बच्चे लोगों को खेलने दो, academies आने दो. एट द एंड ये लोग करके क्या होगा, एकेडमीज को फायदा होने से ठीक है, लेकिन इंडियन फुटबॉल को फायदा होगा, प्लेयर्स निकलेगा. आप खुद टूर्नामेंट्स और एकेडमीज का प्रोग्राम थ्रू आउट 6 months का नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. जितने भी स्टेट बेचारा फाइनेंशियल प्लान्स में वो लोग 1 महीना का ग्रास रूट प्रोग्राम कर लेता है, 1 महीने के बाद 11 months में वो बच्चे लोग गांव में किसी को फुटबॉल है ही नहीं. सो वेरी वेरी अनफॉर्चुनेट. एंड नाउ ही गोज ऑन टू से ये कर रहा है, वो कर रहा है. I think let him come and do run a football academy. Coaches, 220 coaches who are retired, who are ex-footballers, state level का, we pay them. We don't, they don't do free of cost. Grounds come in a huge cost. He doesn't realize that because he's never done that. So directly after doing politics while playing, he comes directly with no experience of football background in terms of running, administrative, academy, coaching. Gets directly put there, which obviously a lot of people जो उनको support किया था उस समय, today they are regretting it. They are saying गलती हम लोग ने भी किया है. So which I am very happy that they have realized that what they have done. So I hope next election जब होगा, they don't make that mistake. Bring anybody who's got sincere heart to take football forward, but not somebody who wants to do all the dodgy deals.
ন্যাশনাল টিম নিয়ে একটা কিছু আমরা দেখলাম যে ইগোর সরে যাওয়ার পর, ইগোস্টিমা সরে যাওয়ার পর মানালো কোচ হয়ে গেছে. তো তারপরেই দেখলাম যে সুব্রত পালকে টেকনিক্যাল ডিরেক্টর করা হলো ইন্ডিয়া টেকনিক্যাল ডিরেক্টর সরি এটা মনে হয় মানে কাজ কি বা সেই ফেজে এটা কি কোনো গিমিকে জায়গা, মানে মানালোর মতো একজন হাই প্রোফাইল কোচ তার উপর সুব্রত, আমি
That is one big example of big bad management skills. Now Subroto Pauler strength ki ache. He is a great goalkeeper, one of the best goalkeepers India has. His strength aaj ke if we utilize him properly, get him to under 17 or a goalkeeper training session or goalkeeper coach under 17, 19 या even senior India team and put him there. His strength is that. He's got great experience. But उसको क्या कर दिया, डायरेक्टर डाल दिया उधर, फुटबॉल डायरेक्टर. नाउ you brought Manalo Marcus, who is one of the greatest success who's had in Indian football, one of the most experienced coach. उसको आप दायित्व दे दिया, responsibility दिया इंडिया टीम को आगे ले जाने के लिए, with all his experience, with all his results, and then उसके ऊपर you bring in Subroto Paul to see Manalo Marcus कैसे coaching कर रहा है. Isn't that stupid? It's like putting Pep Guardiola के ऊपर I would put दुलाल as director of football. आप देख लो Pep Guardiola कैसे कर रहा है, आप देखना इसका. It's so stupid, bad management. It's an insult to Manalo Marcus. How can you do that? Either you utilize Subroto's strength where he's great experience in goalkeeping. Let him take care of under 17, 10 goalkeepers. Set him an academy which he's thinking with Oliver Khan. Let him train the goalkeepers. I think he'll do a much better job. But what will Subrata do in national team? मनालो मरकज कौन सा फॉर्मेशन में खेल रहा है, कौन सा प्लेयर यूटिलाइज कर रहा है, क्या मालूम सुब्रतो को? एक्सपीरियंस व्हाट मनालो एंड सुब्रतो इज गॉट इज अ ह्यूज डिफरेंस, स्काई एंड अर्थ डिफरेंस है. तो क्या बोलेगा, क्या रिपोर्ट में हम लोग को क्या देगा? एंड रिपोर्ट भी क्या दे रहा, हाँ हम लोग गया था, बहुत कोशिश किया प्लेयर लोग ने लेकिन हार गया. व्हाट इज दैट रिपोर्ट? If you are going as technical, then you should say 4-4-2, 4-3-3. your formation में सेंट्रल मिडफील्ड का खराब था, ये चॉइस इधर में वो लैकिंग था, इसका बॉल पोजीशन अटैकिंग में था, हम लोग काउंटर अटैक में डिफेंड नहीं कर पाए, कॉम्पैक्ट नहीं रखा, नथिंग लाइक दैट. कोशिश बहुत किया प्लेयर लोग ने, भालो खेले चलो, चेष्टा अनेक करे चलो, बट अनलकी हेरे गए. अरे ये तो आप जो भी बना, आप भी एक रिपोर्ट बना लेगा, वही टाइप रिपोर्ट दे देवे, चेष्टा करे चलो हेरे गए बस. It's not. So this is just bad management. Last two questions.
ভাই এখন স্পোর্টস আর পলিটিক্স তো একই সঙ্গে আসছে, এই সিচুয়েশনে কোন অ্যাপলিটিক্যাল রাইট পারসনের পক্ষে কি কাজ করা হলো সম্ভব? এই যে আস্তে আস্তে এই সময় উচিত ছিল এখন না হচ্ছে অনেকে
Ideally, you know, it's not bad because we've seen politicians run the federation, and I won't say Das Munshi ji or Praful Patel has done a bad job. You know, look at 3 साल देखने के बाद I think Mr. Das Munshi and Praful Patel has done a great job than what our footballer लेके आया. And because of Kalyan today, हम लोग footballers लोग मर रहा है because when footballer was given a chance to head the federation, he's messed it up. Today वो तो खुद तो बर्बाद नहीं किया, हम लोग sports person, just not footballers, across sports person in India is being tagged badly and will be an example of Kalyan कि इसको मौका दिया player को क्या किया. Now we are being tagged in that line. It's damaging to all of us, which is so unfortunate. So yes, non-political people, a political person can come because federation is also going to hire professionals. So these are the professionals who's going to come in as general secretary, who's as a CEO. You get somebody great with lot of marketing knowledge. He doesn't need to have football knowledge. Football knowledge can come with technical committee. There are a lot of other people who can give in. But there are a lot of marketing, sales, marketing, running of the federation. I think that skill will have to come in as a general secretary, and knowing obviously football as well, how the football market is, because Indian football market and the world football market are so different. So we need to bring in who's got the football knowledge in India and who's also aware of world football. I'll give you a basic example. एक छोटा example मैं दे देता हूँ. When I was working with second season of ISL, मैं ATK था उस समय. ATK के साथ काम कर रहा था, and that time I had advised ATK management saying that you have to, because those days second season में मोहन बगान ईस्ट बंगाल नहीं खेल रहा था. I advised them कि आपको मोहन बगान ईस्ट बंगाल तो उस समय इंटरेस्ट नहीं था, मोहन बगान was willing. I advised buy मोहन बगान out. This is the importance. This is going to help your football grow. I advised them to make sure that I spoke to Mohan Bagan. They are willing to sell. I told them. But ATK had बड़ा मैनेजमेंट किया, बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट, CEO, AO वो करके लाया, वो लोग चला रहा था, and they didn't buy it. Right after 5-6 years they bought it, which was 5-6 years later than what I had advised. So sometimes it's just not about management guys as well. Knowing corporate and doing your presentation is not going to take football forward. There are out of the box thinking. You need to know what the culture of football in Calcutta is very different from culture of football in Kerala. The fans in Goa and Northeast are very different from fans in Calcutta. In Bengal today, I can write it down today in front of you. There will be no other club coming in apart from East Bengal, Mohan Bagan, Mountain Sporting. Maybe Diamond Harbour is coming. How long it will last, I don't know. But to last 100 years, there will be no other club apart from Mohan Bagan, East Bengal and Mountains lasting next 100 years. There won't be. Diamond Harbour might come, I don't know how long they will last. But I can give you in writing, there will be no other club that will run next 100 years apart from, because you're not born East Bengal supporter, you're not East Bengal supporter of Mohan Bagan. You're born East Bengal, you're born Mohammedan, you're born Mohan Bagan. it's a legacy. And when players play for this club, they need to realize you're playing for legacy of somebody else. And the prestige is very high. So that's why when the prestige and legacy is so high, you have the reaction of the fans as well emotionally. So a lot of big players can't settle in Calcutta. They can never play because जो प्रेशर कैलकाटा फुटबॉल में मिलता है वो कहीं इंडिया छोड़ के वर्ल्ड का बहुत सारा कम में प्रेशर मिलता है. सो दे विल नेवर बी एबल टू टेक दैट प्रेशर. जाके दूसरा जो प्रेशर नहीं है, हम जैसे एक बार जेसीटी में खेला, प्रेशर नहीं है, चलो हारो जीतो पराठा तो खा के आ जाता है. सो दैट प्रेशर लेना नहीं सकता है इन बंगाल. सो दैट इज द थिंग. सो दैट इज वेयर आई डोंट सी any club that would come in and establish and run for next 100 years. I think only these 3 clubs can do it, and you need to know that. So that is where I think anybody being involved with football should know the football structure, fans, across different parts, how it works, how it functions, how do you sell football in Bengal, what is the sentiment in football in Goa, Northeast, and then you can't go in like great Kalyan Chobe president, Northeast का player बहुत नाटा है, वो नहीं खेल पाएगा, राजस्थान से ढूंढना पड़ेगा. This is in social media. I don't know how much it is true. Now you have a president who's got 90% of your players right now in all the clubs and India team from Northeast, and he goes to people in Northeast saying that आप लोग बहुत नाटा है, नहीं सकेगा, राजस्थान से लाना पड़ेगा. Isn't that hurting? Entire Northeast is upset with him. You go to any Northeast football fans, ask them how is Kalyan Chobe. They will tell you the answer. I don't need to tell you. They will tell you the answer of Kalyan Chobe. बोलता नाटा लोग नहीं सकेगा. Is that what you say? You don't have any responsibility.
शिवाजी एक सेकंड बाइक के ऊपर आंसर दिए जावे सो प्लीज
Last 2
शिवाजी
শিবাজি
দুটো ছোট প্রশ্ন. নাম্বার ওয়ান হচ্ছে আমাদের র্যাঙ্কিং এখন 133, যেভাবে র্যাঙ্কিং ড্রপ করছে জানি না কোথায় শেষ হবে. তোমার কি মনে হয় ইট ইজ দ্য রাইট টাইম যে ফরেন কোচ থেকে বা এবার ডোমেস্টিক কোচের হাতে বা ইন্ডিয়ান কোচের হাতে দায়িত্ব দেওয়া উচিত?
See, I think it's now for technical committee to really take it, and I'm sure experience-wise, knowledge-wise, I.M. Vijayan is there, who's got more experience of Indian football and a legend there. So he'll have to decide, and I don't mind giving any Indian coaches an opportunity as well. Let them also try it out. I don't mind it. So yeah, for me, I think options are open. But again, as I said, if we have to look at long-term development, I think the best of foreign coaches who's worked and got experience in grassroots football, we will have to bring them to work in grassroots football rather than the senior national team. Senior national team as well, foreign coaches fine, but sincerely, I think we need to bring in the experts of academy coaches who's done work with Portugal, Spain, and all this developed, which is been one of the biggest, footballing things. I think there we will have to bring foreign coaches, but I'm open to Indian coaches as well.
আমার যে প্রশ্নটা সেটা হচ্ছে টেকনিক্যালি এই ব্লকটা
প্রচুর লোক আছে বলতো শিবাজি ডোন্ট মাইন্ড
National Herald now. Just a quick one. The president also keeps talking about the OCI from time to time. Reviving, we can get the OCI players, especially after the last 2 back-to-back poor results. How feasible is that with the government policy and everything? আমরা তো অনেকবারই এটা বলেছি.
See now, OCI players, I think during my playing days as well, we've tried it. In fact, when we qualified for the Asia Cup and we are training in Dubai, Michael Chopra, Newcastle United player, Premier League player came and trained with us. We were trying to get him to play for India. Obviously, it didn't work out. So these efforts have been there. Stephen Constantine tried a lot of OCI players to bring in. So at the end, obviously, it is government policy as well. But as far as Kalyan making the 33 players के साथ contact है, let him give the list of 32 players and show us the email what they have been sharing with the 32 players. वो खाली फेंकने से बोलने से नहीं होता है. It's not been. In fact, OCI players have actually called up the federation saying we would want to, rather than federation going out. He's been now suddenly bad results. He's suddenly woken up to OCI players. 3 years he's not put any effort to bring in OCI players. He's even said that budget जो है फेडरेशन का हमारा नेटवर्क से हमारा नाम से डबल करके लाऊंगा सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट से. इनफैक्ट बजट ही अभी चला गया, जितना था वो भी चला गया, डबल लाना तो छोड़ ही दो. सो where is he? does he have an email? Does he have anything where OCI, they have written to OCI players? He's saying 33 players. Sure, put it in the public domain then. But it is important. Yes, OCI players, if they are capable, they are, there. If the government of India, I think, in couple of years, I'm quite confident that the government of India, because we are trying to host Olympics, we are trying to host Asia Cup, and the government has been very open and supportive to sports in India today. And they've been trying to organize big tournaments, big events, and trying to support a lot of sports person and getting them into even federation, which obviously football federation में गलती किया वो लोग ने, but they've been trying to do that. So I think if you want to perform, if they also realize that, then somewhere they will have to be flexible in giving opportunity, because I was in Mission Olympic Committee with Government of India, and we funded our athletes for Olympics very, very well. And the fund we gave it to the athletes in support was one of the best in the world. But despite that, obviously, little bad luck with a lot of shooting range. Okay, we didn't win that kind of medal. Neeraj Chopra, we had hoped for gold, but suddenly the guy threw only he had that luck. Sometimes luck also plays that. So when you realize that we definitely need to improve in performance medals, I think somewhere Government of India would be open to OCI players, just not in football but other sports as well, and I hope that they will allow.
Kunal,
I just want to know from your side that as Manolo Marcos have been given the responsibility of the Indian team coach, as well as he is the FC Goa coach. And how would be a possible a coach actually is dealing with the club team as well as the Indian team at the same time? And when actually the first match we actually drew with Bangladesh, he suddenly said that nothing could be done with this team, and he called back after that, before that also, that he called Sunil Chhetri. Do you think that we are going back from his point of view, his opinion?
See, again, this is another great example of bad management and bad leadership in AIFF. Manolo Marcos को जब ऑफर किया था, I was also part of technical committee as a member. We never had a meeting, and I know how exactly he was appointed because I was in that election exco meeting where Kalyan declared Manolo Marcos, and before the exco meeting ये लोग separate room में meeting करके हाथ उठाने वाला सब आ गया कि हाँ Manolo Marcos. I said you need to let technical committee meet with him, discuss with him. If he had allowed, and if I was in that technical committee meeting with Manolo Marcos, I would make sure that he choose one, either FC Goa or Indian national team. If he wants to continue with FC Goa, let him finish it, which was only 6 months. After 6 months, we take him as a full-fledged Indian national team coach. Till then, Asia Cup था, ठीक है. We should have still, because lot of tournaments, leagues में, countries में part-time coaches रख के बीच में coach proper आ गया है. But despite both the रखने की बात भी अभी दोनों match we've not been able to perform one, एक हार गया, एक draw है. So what have we gained? Nothing. So we should have actually sat with Manolo and talked about doing one. Either FC Goa, if you want to come to India, finish FC Goa, then come in. And also have a detailed plan with Manolo Marcos that how do we take the game, Indian football team forward in the next 2-3 years. What is your demand? What do you want the team? What are the kind of camps? What is the kind of things you want? That federation did not discuss. They never sat with him in terms just offer kiya le liya, and obviously they didn't have to pay money for 6 months. कल्याण ने सोचा वो पैसा हम लोग को देना नहीं है, FC गोवा देगा, ये अभी 6 महीना हमारे लिए फ्री करेगा. And he was more interested in saving that 6 months. Now look at today. Now we don't know if he's going to continue or not continue. And it is complete disaster move from Kalyan. We should have actually taken a firm stand, negotiated with him, and had a plan now or after 6 months. And then if he joined now, then have a long-term plan to support Manolo Marcos and take the game forward.
Regarding
last 2 questions. I think it's getting... Last 3 questions, please, sir.
ভাই তুমি একটু আগে অভিযোগ করলে যে ফেডারেশনের সভাপতি ফেডারেশনের ক্রেডিট কার্ড ব্যক্তিগত স্বার্থে ব্যবহার করেছে, আমি তো আগে অভিযোগ করি। কল্যাণ চৌবে একটি রাজনৈতিক দল করে বিজেপি লিডার, সবাই জানে এটা।
তাহলে বিজেপি উচ্চ পর্যায়ের নেতারা এই বিষয়টা জানেন আবার তাদেরকে জানাতে গেলে তুমি কি ভূমিকা পালন করবে বাংলার কোথাও
একটা আমি অ্যাড করে দিচ্ছি।
See, I think
এটার সঙ্গে একটা অ্যাড করে দিচ্ছি, যেহেতু প্রেসিডেন্ট এআইএফের প্রেসিডেন্ট একটা বিশেষ রাজনৈতিক দলে, তুমি যে যে অভিযোগগুলো করলে, এই যে এত কিছু একটা প্রেসিডেন্টের চেয়ারে বসে কল্যাণ চুবে পড়ে গেছে, এই ক্ষমতাটা পাচ্ছে কোথায়? মানে ক্ষমতার পাচ্ছে কোথায়? এই ক্ষমতার অপব্যবহার করছে রাজনৈতিক দলের সঙ্গে রয়েছে।
বাংলায় উত্তর দিলে ভালো হয় বাংলায়।
जी আমি रिप्लाईটা हिंदीতে বলবো। देखिए जो गवर्नमेंट का भी सोच था, चाहे स्टेट या गवर्नमेंट सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का, जो भी स्पोर्ट्स चलाता है, जो भी कोई भी एसोसिएशन चलाता है, सिंसियरिटी गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के पास था कि अभी चांसेस प्लेयर्स लोग को देना चाहिए, which was a thing for government of India, which is a great thing which I appreciate and which I thank for government of India for letting players come and run the federations and the associations. But it is also duty of government, whether it's state or the central, to make sure that you bring in the right people. And I had told the government then we are supporting Kalyan to be, because he was in a particular party, they were supporting. I said he's the wrong guy, bring anybody else who can help, but he's the wrong guy because I knew him as a player. We've grown up together, I've seen him. I said he was a, so now after 2.5 years, 3 years, they have realized he was definitely a disaster, which is a good thing. But it's a good initiative, you know, government even in Bengal, even in center or even in other states are now pushing players to come and run the federation. And we've seen one of the biggest example is Saurabh Ganguly. I think he's done a great job. Bengal cricket ke koto aage niye tarpore he's come in and taken BCCI. And those are, I think, is done by the state and the government. And that is the kind of benchmark and that is the kind of thing we need to look forward. But sometimes even the government and the political parties, only because আমার ঝোলাটা ক্যারি করবে, ব্যাগটা ক্যারি করবে, একে প্রেসিডেন্ট বানাবো বললে, then I think you are going to be a disaster, and that is what it's happened. Just because I carry your bag, this guy will carry my bag, একে প্রেসিডেন্ট. I think we need to be very, very careful on that. So this is also a warning in future to state and the center that wherever you make it, please do the research, background search, and get the right people there.
তুমি সুনীল ছেত্রীকে তৈরি করে দিয়ে দিয়েছিলে, কিন্তু সুনীল ছেত্রীর পর একটা স্ট্রাইকার নেই। ভারতীয় ফুটবলের সবচেয়ে বড় সমস্যা হলো একটা ভালো স্ট্রাইকারের অভাব। এই জায়গাটা তুমি কি বলবে? এবং সেখানে বিদেশি যে 4টে বিদেশি খেলছে, তোমাদের সময় 3টে ছিল, 6টা রেজিস্ট্রেশন, এটা কতটা দায়ী? কোনোদিন যদি তুমি সভাপতি হও বিদেশি সংখ্যা কমাবে?
First of all, you know, in today's modern football, we don't see many strikers. আপনি যে গেমটা revolve করে গেছে, if you look at teams which are doing so well, now they have one striker, number 9. Or number 9 who is not for mostly scoring goals. Today look at the data of the highest goal scorers. Cristiano Ronaldo, not out and out striker, he's an attacking midfield, attacking striker. Look at Lionel Messi, who's also not out and out striker. So why are we complaining striker night? Today we don't expect strikers to score goals. We are playing with just one number 9. Lot of clubs in the world does not even play with strikers. They play with 4-3-3. Those are all attacking midfielders and they can score goals. So we are only complaining, and the real fact is we are complaining India the striker nahi. Look at Sunil Chhetri, fourth highest goal scorer in the world. That is the best. He's the 4th highest goal scorer in the world. So where have we not produced striker? Today look at Portugal or Argentina. Name a second striker after Ronaldo. We don't know who is going to score that. So we can't say that we've not produced striker, because Sunil Chhetri has proved that he scored goals and he's been the 4th highest. And Cristiano is there. But countries can only produce 1 or 2 once in a life generation. And today if you look at Portugal, you tell me next striker who scores as many goals as Cristiano, we don't find it. So Sunil is still playing. So hopefully we will find somebody to come in, but he's still playing for the club and the country, and we've still produced. So we can't say that we've not produced strikers. We produced one striker that has been the 4th highest goal scorer in the world. So we can't say in India that हम लोग के पास स्ट्राइकर नहीं है, and all countries only produces 1 or 2 in the lifetime of generation.
Or no.
So last question.
না লাস্ট
এটা তো it'll go till 12 o'clock midnight.
না,
না?
ভাই, এটা জিজ্ঞেস করছি যে কালকে যে পরিস্থিতি হলো আইএসএল এর, যদি সত্যি আইএসএল না হয়, বন্ধ হয়ে যায়, তাহলে ভারতীয় ফুটবল তো একদম থমকে যাবে, আটকে যাবে। এই জায়গাটা কি বলছেন, কি সমাধান কি?
যে আপনি বলছেন ভারতীয় ফুটবল অনেক খারাপ অবস্থাতে চলে যাবে, ইউ থিঙ্ক এখনই ভালো স্থিতিতে আছে? So when you are saying that if ISL does not happen this year, that Indian football is going to be a disaster, in the current scenario, in the last 1.5 years, is it been in a good scenario? It's not. So I think we need to be patient because it's a Supreme Court decision. So obviously nobody can, challenge that. So now let's hear for the decision. If the new body has to come in and negotiate, as I said, it should be a win-win situation for Indian football, and that will happen. But yes, it's unfortunate that it has not happened. And looking at how the federation guys were preparing to go and negotiate, I think would have been a disaster because they have nothing in their bag to offer to FSDL. So that way, I think if there's a new body, new people, new professional coming in and work with FSDL to get a good deal for FSDL plus Indian football, I think it should be a win-win situation. So if it happens late, it might be a problem, but long run, I think it's going to be, if we get the deal right and everybody is in a good situation, win-win, it's going to be a win situation for football. But rush Kodle and get the wrong deal done, then I think it's disaster for everybody.
তুমি আজকে বেরিয়ে তুমি টেকনিক্যাল কমিটিতে ছিলে এতদিন ছিল না, 3 বছর ধরে তুমি দেখছো, তো তুমি আজকে হঠাৎ বেরিয়ে এলে, মানে এর আগে কেন বেরিয়ে এসে তুমি প্রকাশ্যে এই জিনিসটা আরো আগে করলে কি এটা মনে হলো ভালো হতো?
ভাই তারপরে রিজাল্ট হংকং ম্যাচের পরে আমি যত সিকিমে আই স্লিপ বাই 8 o'clock, আর আপনার এখানে তো ইউ স্লিপ এট 11 o'clock 12 o'clock, আফটার 8 o'clock ফোন কিপস রিঙ্গিং, রিঅ্যাকশন দো, কি হচ্ছে, হোয়াট হ্যাপেনিং, what is it, not only Calcutta media but across different. So I said, after the press conference and the results, I said, why not do a press conference and explain it to everything? So that was the thing. If the results we had won and there was no press conference of our great president, which he spoke clueless about Indian football, then I would have not spoken. And I'm a guy right now, you all know that I've been away from media because I'm doing a lot of my own personal stuff and doing a lot of other things. So I try and stay away from media so that I don't speak. But the situation came in that I had to speak. So that is why this press conference had to happen.
So last two questions.
Some of the newspapers has reported that BPFS is playing with the emotion of the budding footballers and their what should I say, their guardians. What do you feel about this?
So let the student and the parents say, not Kalyan Choube. This guy's got no idea about which student here. As I said, BVFS formula is to make kids come and play. And a lot of parents, we tell them the kids are here to stay healthy, fit, and have a social life and have a team strength building, but they don't have the capabilities to play for India. And there are kids especially on scholarship and also some paying ones who have got great talent. So these guys have gone on to play for India. So every kid that passes out of BVFS, out of 6,000, you don't expect 600 to be happy. Some would expect to be playing for ISL, I-League or National League. They don't make that. And some get sentiment. Aap nijer chele ke, you put him in the best of AIMS Doctorate Medical College. He might pass as a medical college, but he might not become the best doctor. So you can't help it. So that is the situation. And this is, I think, Mr. Kalyan Choube's thought. So let him produce 20 players who is going to be full-time happy with him. Let him start an academy. I challenge Kalyan Choube to start an academy and make sure that 20 kids are all happy and they go on to play for at least state or a club or India. And that is actually his statement.
জনতা শুরুতে BPFS নিয়ে বলে দিয়েছিল, আপনি ছিলেন না। আর যাকে দিয়ে সব প্রেস কনফারেন্স শেষ হয় কারণ ওর কোশ্চেনের পর তার কোশ্চেন থাকে
Okay, last question.
ওকে দিয়ে পড়া থাকে না
বাইচু, এতক্ষণের বক্তব্যে যখন শুরু করছিলে তখন তুমি বলেছিলে তোমার বক্তব্যটা 4টে ভাগে ভাগ করবে। ফার্স্ট টু লাস্ট সবেতেই চলে এলো একজন মাত্র ব্যক্তি, তিনি হলেন কল্যাণ চৌবে। তোমার কি মনে হয় কল্যাণ চৌবেকে সরিয়ে দিলে বা সরে গেলে আলটিমেটলি ভারতীয় ফুটবলে যে দৈন্যদশা চলছে সেটা কি বন্ধ হবে? নাম্বার 1, নাম্বার 2,
So your question is if Kalyan Chobe is being removed, if football is going to change. I can assure you, আপনাকে গ্যারান্টি দিতে পারবো কি এই থেকে খারাপ হবে না। ও তো উপর যাবে, I can't assure you, but it is not going to be disaster than what it is. And there are a possibility more it continues, it can go more down. So এর থেকে নিচে যাবে না, এখানে বসবে, but there are more chances of going up. So going up ka I can't guarantee you, but I can guarantee you that it's not going to go worse than this. Second thing is, question ही आप लोग उनके ऊपर ही ज्यादा किया, तो I have to reply on those points. Policies लेके, so every policies whatever अभी coaches का appointment से लेके लीग का हाई लीग जो चैंपियन नहीं हो रहा है, it's everything is got to do with it because मैं ex-co में हूँ, so I know how it has been operated. It is just one man dictatorship that he puts it, everybody has to agree time, and that is happening. So I can assure you that Indian football, removing Kalyan Chobe is not going to go downwards than what it is gone, but I can't assure you how much up it will go. It will take time, planning and strategies required, but I can assure you it will niche jabe. Thank you very much. Thank you.
জায়গাটা